Hey friends, it's Molly. Welcome to practice. Today we're going to do a 15-minute movement wellness class, so a combination of yoga, mobility, fascial stretches, whatever comes up that feels good in our body, gets us ready for a day or for a workout, or is just a generalized tuning up, tuning in, checking in with our body. Today's class is also going to be wrist friendly. So what that means is we will not be bearing weight on our extended wrists. If we do bear weight at any point, it will be on our forearms or through our fists like this. Okay, so you shouldn't need any props unless you always like to practice with them. And we're gonna get started in a seat. But let's come to the side. So bring your knees to the left, heels over to the right. So kind of in this mermaid style sit, or you can tuck your left foot underneath your right thigh like this. And then we're gonna take a big side stretch over to the right. Bring your left arm up and over. Inflate your left lung with breath. Feel your left sit bone grounding down into the earth. Relax your right shoulder from your ear and give your right shoulder big rolls. So about 5 in one direction and then 5 in the opposite direction. Good. We're gonna come back through center. Lean your weight back onto your sit bones so you can swap it out. So feet come in front of you. Find a little Navasana boat pose, just a gentle one. Knees can be bent or straight. And then we're gonna switch. So knees come to the right, feet over to the left. Take a big side stretch over to the left. The fingertips could be on the ground for support. And then peel your gaze up and under your right armpit. Find some space between each rib on the right side. And then take those little shoulder circles, 5 in one direction on your left side, and then 5 in the other direction. Good. Lean your weight back. Find a little boat pose. Shins are parallel or legs are straight. Switch sides. Knees to the left, feet to the right. Side stretch over to the right. And this time we're going to find some pulses. I love a side body pulse. So thinking about extending your left fingertips all the way out over to the right, but your left hip stays nice and grounded. And then take it a couple different angles. So maybe left fingertips point more forward at an angle. Just seeing how that feels. No better, no worse, just different. And then maybe pointing back behind you a little more if this feels supported in your back. Let's go for 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lean back. Find Navasana boat pose. Switch them out. Knees to the right, feet to the left. You can tuck that right foot underneath or have it in front. And then side stretch to the left. From here, we're going to take some pulses straight over to the side. And then maybe at an angle a little bit in front of you, more towards the left kneecap. Good, and then maybe inch your right fingertips back behind you. So kind of corkscrewing your heart open to the sky. Couple more here. Good, come back through center. Cross your shins, so right shin is in front. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold forward, rest onto your elbows. Inhale, sit up. Switch the cross of your legs, left shin in front. Exhale, ground down through your sit bones. Breathe in, elongate through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe the elbows rest down onto the mat or onto blocks if you do have them. Good. One more on each side. Move with your own breath. So finding transition to switch the legs, finding space to find your posture, and then a breath to fold, opening up through the hips. And gently move through the other side. We're using our leg muscles actively to switch. Take a breath in, grow tall. Take a breath out to fold. Good. Come back up to a seat. Either keeping your legs crossed or not, to whatever way you can come to standing without using your arms. We'll make our way to the top of the mat. So just take a moment here to feel both feet grounding down. Crown of the head, back of the skull draws up toward the sky. And sigh out. Take a big exhale. Drop your shoulders. Start to sway a little side to side. Your arms are dead weight. They kind of just follow along with the momentum of your body. Let it look silly. Letting this gentle twist maybe grow bigger, or maybe stay gentle if that feels good for your low back. Arms can swing really high up to shoulder height. And start to simmer down. Make your circles smaller, your sways smaller. Eventually returning back to a still Tadasana. We're going to move through some hip hinging and squat patterns here. So on an in-breath, you're going to grow tall, Tadasana. Exhale, hip hinge. So it's like a chair pose, and you'll sweep your arms behind you. So still grounding down through the feet. We're sticking our bottom back, keeping our knees stacked over our toes. Chest reaches forward. Think about drawing your sit bones down towards your knees as you stand, engaging the glutes. And then keeping your feet narrow or hip width distance, but pointing forward, we're gonna squat down. So maybe thighs come to parallel. This is a lot more mobility through the ankles as opposed to taking a wider stance. So you might not go as far. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hip hinge, chair plane. Inhale, stand. Exhale, squat. Keep your toes pointing forward. Arms can be at heart center or out in front of you for counterbalance. Inhale to stand. Exhale, hip hinge, chair plane, feeling some length on the back of the glutes. Inhale to stand. Exhale, squat. 2 more of each with your own breath. Keep some engagement through your core, drawing lower ribs down towards hip bones. Last squat here. Good, stand back up. And then we're gonna find our hinge. So sticking bottom back, staying nice and level from your bottom through your rib space and all the way up into your chest. So nice straight-ish line here. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find that halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, squat from here. So arms reach forward, bottom reaches back. Inhale to your hinge. Exhale, fold. Drop your head, let it hang heavy. Inhale, rise up to your hinge. Exhale, squat. Maybe getting more into the ankles. Inhale, hinge, flat back. Exhale, forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, back up. Exhale, squat. One more time with your breath. Through the sequence. Good. Come to your forward fold, Uttanasana, whenever you're done. And then make a fist. Place your fist on the ground and just sway side to side. So pressing weight into the right knuckles, the left knuckles, back and forth. Maybe next time you go over to the right, you lift your left hand and your right foot off the mat. So a lot of compression up through the shoulder joint and then your hip joint. So we're vacuum sealing, sucking our leg up, our femur up into our hip socket. And then maybe as you sway over to the left or to the right, we're gonna lift right hand and left foot off the mat just to hover an inch. And then back over to the other side. Opposite arm and leg are lifting. Opposite arm and leg are grounding down. Couple more. Really engaging the inner, the deep core. On your exhale, when you really compress, you can also think about engaging your pelvic floor, lifting up and in. Not the whole time, but just during the contractions. Good. One more on each side. Okay, take a fold. Bend your knees a little bit. Shake your head out yes and no. Sway side to side, whatever feels good. And stay grounded into your right foot. Step your left foot back. Using fists just for balance lightly. And then we're going to take some pulses. So first start like you have a high heel under the left foot. Heel is lifted. And then we're going to pulse back. So this is bringing a nice stretch to the back of the calf. Dropping left heel down. Right knee is somewhere between a modified pyramid and a lunge. So just whatever bend feels right for you. Plugging into right big toe to hold your balance. Stamping left heel down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward with your left foot. Step back with your right. We'll switch it out. So find your balance through the left foot first. Pinky toe is grounded. Big toe is grounded, heel's grounded. Rise up to the ball of the right foot. And then start to pulse down. Melting your heel towards the mat. About 1 second per pulse. Couple more. How about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins if that feels okay. Exhale, fold. Stamp your fists into the mat. Step your knees back to a tabletop in this position. So again, wrists are not extending. We're not weight bearing like that today. We're going to take some cat-cow here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your tail, lift your gaze, pull your heart through your shoulders. Exhale, tuck your chin to chest, round through the back. Curling sit bones underneath you. Inhale, open up to cow pose. Front line of the body stretches. Exhale, compress around, curl into cat. And 3 more with your breath. Close your eyes, let it feel good in your body. Good. Last one, finish it out. We will meet in a neutral tabletop. Now, if you're ready, tuck your toes underneath you. Hover your knees off the mat. Hovering tabletop. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Find a downward facing dog shape, but on your fists. Good. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, lower knees down. Step them back. So we're in this extended plank pose. Nice straight line through the back body and through the front line as well, kind of creating parallel lines here. We'll inhale here. Exhale, puppy pose on your fists. So walk your hands forward, stack your hips over your knees. From here, I like to bring kind of my pinky edge of my hand down to the mat. Good, we're gonna roll it forward to Sphinx Pose from here. Create a fist. Ripple your tailbone up. Let that create a wave through the body. Lower onto your elbows. Thread your heart forward. Sphinx Pose, breathe in. Breathe out, tuck chin to chest. Puppy pose, Uttanasana. Good. Come back up to your tabletop. Stacking shoulders over wrists. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, downward dog in this shape. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Find your puppy pose variation. Whatever feels safe in your hands today. Give it a roll forward to Sphinx Pose. Breathe in as you extend through your chest forward. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Round back puppy pose. Walk your hands underneath you. Fists under shoulders. Inhale, hover. Knees lift off. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, hovering table. Exhale, lower knees. Walk hands forward. Puppy pose. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Sink your heart towards the mat. And then roll it forward onto elbows. Pull your heart through for Sphinx Pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, wave it back. Good. Walk your hands back under. Actually, keep onto your forearms. We're gonna stay here. Tuck your toes. And then lift your hips back. Dolphin pose. If you want, you can interlace fingers in front of you, but really think about pressing your heart back through your shoulders here. Whatever knee bend you need, you take it. A couple of solid breaths here. And then we're gonna pulse. So bringing heart back towards your knees, super strong through the shoulder girdle. We're stabilizing and stretching, moving our body as a unit. We'll take 10 more. 2 and 1. Good. Ground down through your left foot. Inhale, sweep right leg high in your dolphin. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your hip. Point your kneecap to the sky. Good. Now thread your right knee underneath your left. We're going to pivot our left heel down and extend our right leg out to the left side. Draw your left elbow back the opposite way. Good. Coming back to where we started. Dolphin pose. Left elbow down, right foot down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Left kneecap to the sky. Good. Swivel your right heel down. Thread your left knee underneath your body. Extend it out long. Draw right elbow back. Good. Dolphin pose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip. Good. Right knee back into body. And then extend it out to the left side. Draw left elbow back, like a kick through. Moving through the other side. Dolphin pose. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knee, open your hip. Thread it underneath. Extend left leg out long to the right. Stabilize down through the left elbow. Come back to dolphin. One more time here on each side. Move at a pace that feels good and natural to you. Good. Take your time finishing up. When you do get to dolphin, drop your knees and land in your puppy pose. Let your breath settle here. Forehead can rest, or if you're feeling more open, you could let your heart touch the ground first and rest onto your chin. Two more breath cycles here. Soften into the shoulder opening. Good. Walk your knees underneath your body. Cross at your ankles. Right shin in front. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold. We'll stay for 5 breaths. Good. Rise back up. Little boat pose. Switch your legs. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold down. Three more full breaths. And trace the breath all the way through the body. Good. Come to rise. Shake out your shoulders. Hopefully you feel really good, like really strengthened through the shoulder girdle today, but also open. Yeah, that was our wrist-friendly class. We're gonna do more of these in longer style classes as well. So the 30-minute mellow, the 45-minute funky flow, and then the longer hour-long vinyasa. So we will find ways to be more gentle on our wrists for these 4 classes. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.